first step is going to be to straighten out this piece that you've cut off. After you've straightened this out, now what you want to do is flatten it out. So basically just grab on one of the ends, hit the crap out of it, and then you're going to do it to the other side as well. This is what you're going to want it to look like at this point. Basically just flatten it out into a long rectangular shape. Don't make it too thin though. That's pretty much the only thing you want to avoid. Just make sure it's relatively straight and relatively even. Now you're going to want to forge the tip. You can either do the tip or the tang first. I like to do the tip because it kind of dictates what shape and size the blade is going to be. It should start to look something like this. At this point you kind of want to be looking at how the blade is going to be shaped, how large you want the blade part to be compared to the tang. It's real rough and gestural, so don't be worried if something is a little bit off. You should be fine as long as it's looking something like this. Now this is another very rough and gestural phase. What I'm doing here is I'm pretty much spotting where the tang is going to start and where the blade ends. This pretty much just comes with practice and there's no real trick to it. You just kind of have to train your eye to see where you want this to happen. Don't get frustrated if you mess it up the first few times. As you can see here, I don't really do much to the blade. I'm basically just kind of plotting out what I'm going to do next. To narrow down the tang, I like to use the peen end of this cross peen hammer. If you don't have a cross peen hammer, you can use the edge of your anvil and possibly the horn as well, depending on how large the anvil is. You should think about the effect of scale and forging at this point, because when you're changing the shape of steel a lot, and especially when it's getting thinner like this, you kind of have to watch out for the scale making indentations into the steel. Here I was kind of overestimating how much the scale was going to press in, so it's generally better to play it safe, because if you have a lot of real deep holes in your knife late in the forging process, it can cause a lot of problems. Now I'm going to work on really thinning out the bevels and getting that nice blade shape. You want to work on thinning out the bevels enough to the point where it's not going to take you 10 hours of grinding to put an edge on it, but you also don't want to make it paper thin, because then it's not going to heat treat well. Unfortunately, I ran out of batteries in my camera, so I wasn't able to capture the last bit of evening out the taper on the tang and making sure the whole knife was nice and straight, also with the bevels even on both sides. So yeah, just based on this picture, hopefully you can understand what I was trying to get at, because this is what a forged knife should generally look like. You can make it a little prettier, but I like to just do a little more grinding just to make everything a little bit more even. It seems to save more time. So look forward to the next video, and that's it for the forging process.